For today's lesson, I'm going to discuss to you the measures of central tendency, specifically the mean of group data. But before that, let me present to you the objectives of our lesson. At the end of this lesson, you are expected to define mean as a measure of central tendency as well as the group data. And lastly, you are expected to compute for the mean of group data. When we say mean from the previous video, it is the most commonly used measure of central tendency, and it is otherwise called average. In the same way, when we say group data, it is a data arranged in a frequency distribution table. To compute the mean for group data, we can use this formula. X bar is equals to the summation of the product of f and x over n. To fully understand this concept, I will give you an example. In our example, calculate the mean grade of 40 students in mathematics in the modern world. To compute the mean grade, the first step that we're going to do is to find the given information. In our problem, the number of data is 40. As you can see, our data were grouped in a frequency distribution table. Our first column here is for class interval. Our second column is for frequency. Our third column is for class mark. And our last column is for the product of frequency and class mark. Our class interval here is the possible grades of the students in mathematics in the modern world, where the frequency here is the number of students who got grades in each class interval. As you can see in our second table, there are 10 students who got possible grades of 95 to 99, and 6 students who got possible grades of 90 to 94, and 8 students who got possible grades of 85 to 89, 10 students who got possible grades of 80 to 84, 4 students who got possible grades of 75 to 79, and lastly, there are 2 students who got possible grades of 70 to 74. A total of 40 students. By the way, our weight here is 5. To find the class interval, we need simply subtract the upper limit, which is 74, to the lower limit, which is 70. Thus, 74 minus 70 is equals to 4. To find the next interval, we need to add 1. Thus, 74 plus 1 is equals to 75. To find the upper limit, we need simply add the class interval to make it 79. Same process to the other class interval. In the same way, to find the class mark of the student, we need to add the upper limit to the lower limit and then divide it by 2. Thus, 99 plus 95 is equals to 194, divided by 2 is equals to 97. 94 plus 90 is equals to 184, divided by 2 is equals to 92. 89 plus 85 is equals to 164, divided by 2 is equals to 87. 82, 72, and 77 rather, and 72. Remember that our class width here is 5, thus 97 minus 5 is equals to 92, and then 92 minus 5 is equals to 87. 87 minus 5 is equals to 82, and 82 minus 5 is equals to 77. 77 minus 5 is equals to 72. And lastly, to compute the data for the last column, we need to multiply the frequency and class mark. Thus, 10 times 97 is equals to 970. 6 times 92 is equals to 552. 8 times 87 is equals to 696. Same process to the other data. And if we add all the data in this column, we can get the value of 3,490. After that, the next step that we're going to do is to find the solution. We can find the solution by using this formula. X bar is equals to the summation of the product of f and x over n. And then, we need to substitute the given information to the formula. Thus, x bar is equals to 3,490 over 40, where 3,490 is the summation of the product of f and x, and 40 is the number of the data. 3,490 divided by 40 is equals to 87.25. Therefore, the mean grade of 40 students in mathematics in the modern world is 87.25. For your activity, please answer this question and don't forget to show your solution. That's all for today. Again, I am Latovin Arga. Thank you and God bless us all.